Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's Zahrina Robertson here, and thank you for joining me on Impact Branding, the TV series that we talk about and unveil the personal brands of people and all a bit about business and branding. So today I have Peter, and Peter is from Tribeside, and she's just a beautiful lady. And what is phenomenal about Peter, when I met her, is that her business is only infancy stage. Her brand is infancy stage, but has had such traction. It's been phenomenal. So her business has only been open for 10 weeks. But in the 10 weeks, the story is crazy. It's amazing. It's inspiring and it's positive and it's wonderful. But she's filled a gap and it's just come out of the blue for her. And today we're going to talk about Peter's brand, Tribeside, and we're talking about how she filled the gap and how the brand has just blossomed like a rose. So, welcome, Peter.
Thank you, Zahrina.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
When we spoke on the phone or the first time we spoke, it was just like, seriously, this lady's been in business for 10 weeks and she's filled a gap. So, talk to me about your business and the gap that you filled. How did this all happen for you?
Well, I came out of full-time motherhood after 9.5 years, and I started looking for a networking group for a business that I might develop. And I couldn't find one that suited me, and I found an indirect niche, and I took it from there and launched Tribeside.
So the indirect niche, let's talk about that. How did you come across it? So what was it that you went and tapped into all these different networking groups, and what was it that you found was missing for you?
Affordability after not working for 10 years.
Wow.
And flexibility, so not rule driven, so meaning that if I missed a networking meeting, I wouldn't be sent to the naughty corner or punished, because a lot of them do that. And just something that met in during the hours that I could attend, so that's after school drop off. And that was there about the three major areas that I was looking at, and something really friendly and inviting, but also had a strong emphasis on establishing contacts within business. And at that stage I didn't even know what I was going to do with a business, but I thought I'd look for a networking group to join before I figured out what I wanted to do, and found networking turned out to be my business. So there you go.
Amazing. That is incredible. Oh my gosh, it's only like 10 weeks away. I'll go, and it's just a wonderful journey. So what have you learned along this short journey? Because tell me about, so you discovered that there was nothing filling the gap, is that right? And then what did you do? Did you go home and did you go, what happened that actually, I want to know, you were sitting by yourself, you must have been. What was all the light bulbs that were going off that made you go, I've got to develop Tribeside?
I think it was that I couldn't be alone in not finding the suitable networking group. So I did a little bit of market research. I got together a group of women that were also in business to brainstorm and ask them what their views were. So almost like a focus group. And then from there, I took on their thoughts and views and opinions, and put it all together, and felt very strongly that there was a market for a networking group such as the one I've started. So I thought, well, once the research is done, it's all well and good to do research, but until it goes to the market, I can't be 100% sure that it will work. So I opened our tribe in Roseville.
Wow.
And I had 6 out of the group of 12 that I interviewed, the focus group, 6 of them were interested in joining. And I took it from 6 to 36 members in 6 weeks. So, and so now we're opening in Neutral Bay in October. Southern Highlands, a lady wants to actually open a tribe in the Southern Highlands. Another lady wants to open one in Gordon, DY, and I'm opening Chatswood, all within the next few months.
So what kind of advice would you give people who are in business, who are looking for networking groups for themselves? What would be your top tip? What to look for? You know what I mean? Like, we're all looking for connection, and quality and value. What would you give?
I think that each networking group, one of the primary targets for any person joining a networking group is that their target market is in that networking group. So if I was to attend, say I was selling, for argument's sake, a cooking appliance, and I went and joined a networking group that was all men, well then I'm, no offence to men, but and cooking, but I think women is more the target market.
Sorry, Jamie Oliver.
Sorry, Jamie. But yeah, I think that, there are the exceptions to every rule, but I think predominantly the market will be, I mean, who listens to Jamie Oliver is probably the majority of his target market are women.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, find the right group to fulfill that has that target market that you'll need.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with you. That has to be the gold nugget for today.
It is, I think so.
Oh, thanks, Peter, for joining us today. I absolutely have. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, look, and you know what? All the best, and we'll get you back as a follow-up.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Like to see what's happened on your journey in about 8 months' time.
Sounds perfect to me.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you,
good day.
Zahrina. You too.
Thanks everybody for joining us on Impact Branding with Zahrina and me. Thank you.